best be moving on. See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
Closed. It's closed.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening. Wise choice.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially concerning doctors.
Why is...
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton...
I don't know. Just ask him.
How long have you been...
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how...
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position...
You guessed right, Doctor. German.
How is yours?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you precisely what?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile.
Where were you stationed, sir?
I really don't want to talk.
No offense. I was pushing too much.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then...
Goodbye for... Good... Where were you stationed?
I really don't...
No offense.
You were an...
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
How Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir,
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need...
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have won.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doc.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tension.
Who leads the gang?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife, Edwina.
Has the gang been...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know.
How did you end up in William...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Why did he...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why.
You dared to enter this awful place alone?
I'm just a man trying to help his friends.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually.
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I needed...
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your...
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Why didn't you use your cross?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke?
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, mister. I cannot enter.
It's here again.
Good evening, miss.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me...
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know.
And why do you believe...
I don't need to believe anything. It is what
Please.
I can hear my...
I see.
Never. Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't...
I'm assuming you must be...
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit...
Who are the...
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their...
The staff here...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking...
I see. Don't...
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with...
Who are you really, Miss Howe.
Is that not enough for you, puny?
I'm curious to know who you were before.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember.
I'll leave you.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye now.
The pain. It's here again.
Not now.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows the sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. It's locked. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Milton.
Good. Wise choice, Doc.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Good. Wise choice.
It's locked, all right. I'm to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?